Today, we're going to be testing out the Holy Grail Indicator by Stock Accurate to see if we can make any money from it. And to truly see if this strategy works, we'll be using Trader Edge to backtest this strategy and use the account with an initial balance of $1,000. So here we are on TradingView, and the first thing that you guys want to do is head over to the top left of the screen and press on indicators. Type in Holy Grail and head over to this one right here by MCBW. Now before we do anything, you need to adjust the settings of this indicator, so press the settings button next to the indicator right here and follow these steps. For input, you want to change this from HLC3 to HL2. Responsiveness to 4. And smart execution baseline to 1. And then head over to style and get rid of these lines right here. Now once you've done that, press OK, and that's the indicator done. Now we have 2 more indicators, so head over back to indicators. You want to add this one right here by G-Man Trading. Head over to the settings of this indicator and change this to the following: length to 1, smooth to 8, offset to 4, and display mode to 4. Once you've done that, head over to style. In here, you want to get rid of these 2 lines right here and then save. Now lastly, let's add our final indicator to this strategy, and that's going to be called the Bollinger Histogram. This one right here by Raphael Zoni. Let's also access the settings of this indicator, and all you want to do is change the length from 20 to 9, and that's it. Now let's explain to you how this strategy works. First of all, the candle must be a bullish one. Secondly, the green line must be crossing over the blue line just like this. Then you have to make sure that the blue line is above the red line on this oscillator. And lastly, on the histogram, there should be a green line and not a red. Once all things are done, you want to make a long position just like this, with the stop loss on the swing low, targeting a 1.5 hour trade. Let's see how it turns out. So there we go. We just hit that 1.5 hour trade, and that was a successful trade. Let's try that one more time. Right here, as you can see, the green line is crossing the blue line. We have a blue check mark right there above the red, and also we have a green line on the histogram. Let's make a long position right here, just on the bottom of the candle, targeting a stop loss on the swing low, and for a 1.5 hour return on our trade. And there we go. We instantly got that trade right there and made profits. Now let me show you how this strategy works for short positions. So if you would want this strategy to work for a short position on the other side of the market, you'd have to make sure that this is the following criteria. That this should be a selling candle, which is going to be red. The blue line is currently going to have to be underneath the green line, showing that there's sell pressure. On the second indicator, we should have a red over the blue. And last but not least, on the histogram, we should have a red diagram. Once all the things are met, you want to make a sell position with the stop loss above the swing high. And then you want to make sure this is going to be a 1.5 hour trade, just like this. Let's see if this trade was a success. And there you go. This trade was a success. And one thing to note that if I'm currently on the Bitcoin chart on the 5 minutes, this strategy would work for the 1 minute chart and also the 15, 1 hour, and so on. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to be back testing this strategy to see how much percentage win rate we get and how much money we make from $1,000 in 100 trades. So I'll be back to you in 10 seconds. So as you can see right here, these are the results for my backtesting. The win rate altogether is 51.5%, and I took 105 trades with 54 wins and 51 losses. The profit factor was 1.59, which is pretty average, and the max drawdown is 15%, which is actually pretty bad. The reward risk was 1.5 to 1, which is what we did for our trades, and the most consecutive losses was 8, which is actually a pretty big red flag. Now we did actually profit 76% on that portfolio, which is actually very good. Overall, this strategy I would give a 5 out of 10, but we can make this strategy better. So let's go ahead right now and make this strategy even more profitable. Now, as mentioned earlier, that these two indicators right here don't eliminate entry points whatsoever, and they're pretty much the same as this Holy Grail indicator. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these two indicators and add in a new indicator, which will actually give us a better entry signals for this strategy. You want to go ahead over to indicators and add this indicator, and it's called the Super Trend Oscillator. This one right here by Lux Algo. Double click on the indicator, and on inputs, get rid of these two boxes right here. And that's literally it. Now the entry requirements for this strategy is very easy. The candle should be a green bullish candle. On the oscillator, the green line should be passing the blue line. And on the super trend, we should be seeing a green line just above the 80 line right here. Once all the criteria is met, make a long or short position based on that. And let's see what happens. And there we go. Now I'm going to backtest this one more time again to see if we can get better results from this strategy instead. So here are the results of this strategy, and we can clearly tell right now that this is going to be a much more beneficial strategy to be using in the future. Overall win rate is 73%, which is already a huge improvement from our last 51%, and also our P&L is up by 400%, leaving us at a $4,000 account, and initially we only had $1,000. Profit factor is 4, which is very good. Also, our max drawdown is less than previous at only 10%, which is much more better. At one point, we had a consecutive wins of 15, which is literally insane. Now, we can clearly tell that this is a much more safer way to be trading on. And remember, guys, if you are new around here, make sure you guys leave a like on this video and subscribe with post notifications, and join our community down below in the description. There are many more strategies on our channel, so I'll be seeing you guys later.